yeah, where two groups are going into uh, a room to have a theme to work on, etc. Case studies. And of course, we have an exam, which is probably a project, but we have to decide on this, how we do this. And hopefully we will have some guests who are electronically come into our session. Consultants, probably people from the authorities like the ECB, the European Central Bank, and I hope to get a fund company coming into a session, and have contacts to PricewaterhouseCoopers. Probably there is somebody coming in for a session. Yeah. That is the plan. You should have the overview. Yeah. So you should bring these skills because of your study you already did about financial management, accounting, etc. Yeah. And at the end, of course, you should know about how to build up a company, how to finance a company, what kind of capital requirements do you need at a certain stage of building up or having a company. And most of these capital requirements we are talking about are not originally part of the financial system. Yeah. And you know, the financial system more or less is is represented by the traditional business model of banks, insurance companies, the authorities, the exchanges, etc. So we are going to look at our people like business angels, etc., who are working in the private or sometimes also public sector, but not really completely managed and authorized and monitored by officials and authorities. So the basics overview about what is entrepreneurial finance. Therefore, we will repeat a bit what is financial management you already did and see the difference. Today, we also will have a look to shareholder and stakeholder value. Of course, this is logically part of the financial management and, of course, the entrepreneur, but it's closer to entrepreneurial issues. Startup finance, we will see a bit of an overview, and after this, we go into the deeper consideration and themes of the different varieties and possibilities actually finance your idea. You know, the biggest problem in startups, what do you think?
Find the right market.
Please?
The market.
No.
Or the finance problem.
You need the right idea. You know, this light, you know, being in your head, this idea to talk about other people. So a lot of people thought, no, nobody will lend their origin private homes. So this is an idea which already exists in a way that people lend hotel rooms. But the difference is the private environment. So if you have this idea, which of course is the basic of any startup, what is the second important piece or second reason to succeed with an idea? And if you think about it, just think about doing the right thing at the right time. What is the second very important part of founding a company?
Like a market research.
Yeah, yes. Another idea? I tell you, the second important thing is the timing. You have an idea, which is great, but it doesn't mean that this idea works now in 2020, 1st of October. It probably works in 2 years when there are circumstances in the economy, in the behavior of people, in the needs of people are ready for a certain idea. For example, Airbnb came into an environment where private households needed money. It was in an environment of a crisis, the financial crisis. That means the need of money beside the ordinary income was one driver to actually support the idea for Airbnb. Yeah? So that means the timing of an idea. And a lot of ideas are now coming up because of COVID-19. Yeah? Because the behavior and consumer behavior are now changing. So what areas are now going to probably be an area of startups or to which probably increase their business significantly? What do you think? Which businesses, which areas regarding COVID-19?
I believe it's the digital economy area.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Every local shop is suffering because of COVID-19, and all the online platforms are boosting.
Well, I'm afraid Ray is coming.
Yeah, Amazon is booming.
Sorry, I mean another student is joining now.
Yinghong is waiting to enter the class. She needs your permission.
Just a second. I don't see this. Thank you very much. Ray?
Hello.
Hello, Ray.
Hello.
Hello, nice to have you here. We are honored. Perfect. Are you at home? Ray,
Good afternoon.
can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, good. Are you at home?
Yes, I'm
Oh.
home.
Then just show me a Chinese home if you move around your PC. Okay.
Because I live myself, so maybe a little mess.
No problem. No problem. Okay, good. Perfect. Ray, we are just talking about some issues which are part of our plan. And that means we are talking about right now the changes COVID-19 have in our, or will change our society behavior and businesses. And we are now talking about the online business, which are booming right now. So all the Amazons, the Googles, the Netflix, whatever in this world. And I have to say, I'm actually see more TV or more Netflix, etc., than before. Yeah. So
And if you watch videos on YouTube, you will find the advertising is more than before.
yeah, also, yes, yeah. So that means we have a lot of companies who actually are gaining business, gaining market share, and have a chance to grow significantly. For example, the online gyms, the studios. So they go into the online business because people cannot go or do not want to go into the gym studios. So they go, they act and they do all these things at home. So they sell their online software, whatever. So if you have a company today which is having trouble within the COVID-19 environment, what should you do? Because you have time now. Yeah, you're not that active in the market than before. You're slowed down and you have part-time workers. What should you do? How could you use this time with COVID-19 to regarding your market presence, regarding your plannings, etc.?
Maybe you should build new connections, because if you're a company, because of the pandemic, everything changed, and the new relationship can and the new things come you didn't find in the past, but it's here now. You may have to find the relationship or new corporate opportunities.
Ray, what about the business model? When you have COVID-19, what chance do you have regarding your business model? I know you are new right now. Okay, so now you have a moment where you're probably not under pressure economically from the market side here, from the market side. So it's probably the time to rethink about your business model. How do you earn your money, with what kind of resources, and with what kind of finance and people. So probably this is a chance to think about your business. And probably you come to a decision where you say, this business I'm in right now is not able to survive in a situation like this. And rethink your business, and I say rethink your connection in the market, your go-to-market approach, etc. This is a chance in COVID-19 to think about everything where you probably are not able to, or you don't have the time during the normal environment you're acting. So there are some positive aspects. We can talk about others later on. There are some issues you can actually plan in a different way. Okay, startup financing means also what we said, time to market at the right time with the right idea. And that means, I repeat, you have to check very, very intense, talking with the market, talking with the market players, talking with consultants, etc., etc. Is this the right time to bring your idea into a startup? Is the market ready? What is an example in this COVID-19 environment to not to realize an idea? What shouldn't you do right now? What is something you shouldn't start?
Like a investigation in America now.
You what?
Do investigation in America now.
For example, yeah. And depending on the goal you're looking for, it's also an investment. Sometimes goals are quite expensive. Yeah. So you don't know whether you get everything back from your marriage. No. Of course, to open up a local shop, a business. Yeah. And you have bad luck when you plan it before. You rent a shop, etc. And now COVID comes into your plan. So at the moment, probably you shouldn't do anything which is represented, any business which is represented and needs personal contact, intense personal contact. Yeah, that's hard to realize, and you won't find investors who know that your business needs personal contacts and interaction. That is a very important piece, despite, of course, a fact if you have enough money. If your investors say, okay, it's not the right time now, but I give you the money because we think next year it will change. So let's prepare ourselves. I'll give you the money to prepare everything to be ready next year. And there are a lot of investments still in place who are actually going into risk and have a delay the go-to-market. Okay, then we go into strategic planning, capital resources, liability, mezzanine, which is an old word. It's, yeah. We have other words, other interpretation, other definitions today. Then we go into the typical ways of financing business. And we will have a look at this, hopefully also today, just to give you an overview. We have the self-financing or bootstrapping. What does this mean? So the word self-financing is, do you understand self-financing, what it means?
I'm waiting for the girls.
Please?
I'm waiting for the girls.
Where are the
ladies.
girls? Ladies, you are our future. We want to have more girls in our economy. We don't want to work
I
anymore.
think maybe the company, they collect their money to do the business. It's called self-financing.
That means here, yes, that means you don't use external financial resource.
Okay.
Yeah, you just really, you do the most risky piece.
And rely on yourself, right?
Yeah, that means you do not risk other people's money. You go in 100% risk with your own money. And of course, this is often the last, let me say, the last call, if you realize that you don't find an investor and you say to yourself, okay, I invest my money into an idea because I don't get an investor. And that means investor in a certain stage, probably after you have invested your own money and developed the idea, which is often not financed. Yeah. And then you probably find an investor, but that means really you go into risk. And that means also the bootstrapping word. Of course, this is the most important piece of everything. The business plan, which answers all, and we will of course go into this, which gives you an answer or should give others all the answers, all the answers about what do you want to offer to the market, to whom do you want to offer your product. That means a straightforward and exact definition of your target market. If you do not know your target segments, your people where you want to sell the product to, you have a big problem. And if you cannot measure, that means create numbers of your target market, leave it. Leave it. The The most important things in business is, if you cannot measure it, leave it. We have to know, with my idea, with my service, I will address 5 million people in mid-sized towns who are well educated and consuming today these and these and these services and products. And this is my target group. I have been 2 years in Berkeley in the US, the university. And when you come out of the university, you have these food trucks on the street. Yeah. So if you open up a food truck like this, you definitely need to know your potential clients. You need to know what kind of students, what are the subjects they are studying? Do they have a financial setup which enables them to consume daily? Do they have the time? Etc., etc. So you have to know to whom you are selling your product. And you have to know, do they like Chinese food, Vietnamese food, Thai food, German food, before you open up your food truck, yeah? You should know. So a lot of people, you know, it sounds crazy, but a lot of people, they don't know to whom they should sell. Yeah, they don't know it exactly, but you know, you need to know it exactly. Yeah. Also very important is, and that is, if you have these three cycles, you have the product. To whom do I sell the product? What are the instruments you need to actually make it possible that in the middle you can reach your target group? And if you have the product, if you have the instruments to reach your target group, what else do you need in an overall business model? It's not easy, the language. It's not easy, the question.
Well, the business model is hard to is a thing hard to explain, because different company have different business model, and as far as I know, there is no model that there is no how to say it. I think I should say we cannot explain it easily, because there is no the freeze form of the business model. So and now I even don't know what is business model, because different people have different explanation to one business model. For example, the business model of Apple. I have seen many explanations in the internet of their business model.
Okay, I give you one example. of, so a business model, it is, at the end of the game, it's quite simple. Yeah, you have, let me just check. So you have, I'm not an artist. So, so here, oh God, this is horrible. Here is your target group, yeah?
Yeah.
So.
You should have a mouse.
That's better here. Okay, so what?
Back.
No, please.
Back.
Okay, again, here we are. It's probably better. So, business model, the simple version. This here is the target group, TG, which is very, very important, as I said, because this is the key. If you don't have this group identified, you don't need to start. Yeah, and of course, if you don't have the
什么情况？
为什么老师不见了又？
老师，没了。
他是不是跨着退出了？不小心点到，
有可能
笑死我了。
让一个老教授用这种新东西，这确实挺为难他的。
SWL，
What？
笑死我了。
那咋办呢？
能咋办啊？
我不能让他，
他是不是还不知
钉钉
道？不知道。哎，他出去了，然后有人成为了新房主。呀，
好了，你是房主。啊，不是应该开始放音乐吗？
笑死我了。
放到老师来。
我这里就看到书城的样子，好看。
啊、不，书城
那么好，
太心机了吧？这个打光打的有点过分。
怎么皮肤那么好？
啊，打光打得好啊。
Sorry, I lost my power. I
Wow.
lost my power.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
We just saw you. Oh, what happened?
Yeah. So, okay. I start again with my painting. Okay, let's go. It's very good because I need to train this. I need to actually get used to this stuff. So you can see.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. So we have, me and technique. These are two different worlds, Okay, again. Okay, good. Target group, we got this. The key. Of course, there are 1,000 other areas. Your finance, do you open up your first branch in this street, in Biebrich, in the city open up your business in Germany or you start in UK, whatever. But here is, what do you sell? What? So, and there we have all the issues we talked about: timing, idea, product, setup of the product, whatever. Here we have to go into the instruments I need to do this. And here is also a very important piece, which is the business model of earnings. It's like, a child, 5-year-old child. I'm now actually acting here.
Not bad. Seems you live in a very young.
Exactly. So the business model of earnings. How do I earn the money? How do I get the money into my company? How do I make cash? So what is this? What could this business model of earning be? What is the specific type of product or the way of having a product to bring your cash, etc.? The business model of earning the money.
Gesundheit.
Hmm?
Gesundheit.
I tell you, it's not easy. Coffee. We all know how to make coffee.
Mm-hmm.
So then what happened? Somebody said, hey, wait. Nescafe with these small, tiny caps. Yeah. So they decided, we sell a service combined with a product. So we sell coffee in these tiny cups, and we sell a machine to do this. Put it in, clap, water, and have a coffee. So their business model is not the old way to have a package of coffee in a shop, and you go and buy your coffee. That means the way of earning is a different one than a traditional. It's, if you like, it's also kind of a startup in a way of a diversity of the product, a development of the product. So this is a question in general you have to answer by yourself. In what way do I actually sell or bring my services combined with a product to the market? And they did this great invention to come to this idea, service product, and then these machines on top of it to protect your market. Yeah. In the first years, you didn't have any chance. You only could buy Nescafe. Yeah. Another very important question is, we all know, oh God, is subscription. Does everybody knows what subscription is?
subscription. I just know it in the email, in the Facebook, Twitter. Is that?
Sorry, Ray, I didn't understand you.
I just saw the subscription in the Facebook, Twitter, and I make the subscription, and they will send me the email monthly, for example,
Yes, exactly.
about their promotion.
Yeah, yeah. You have to, you should create a product where you get constantly earnings without, hopefully, without contacting your customer permanently that he is buying and buying again. So it's like newspapers. You do subscription for 2 years or telecommunication and you get the payment monthly. So the very important in the business model of earning is try to generate automatic business to ensure your cash, for example. Yeah? So that is a very important piece here. Yeah.
Okay.
For example, there is a company, I don't know whether they're only in Germany active, something with fitters. They ask you for your preferences in clothing, in colors, in sizes, and you answer this so that you completely describe your body setup, your ideas, and your meanings about colors and cuts, etc. And then you ask him, "Oh, I need clothes for spring," and they send you a complete setup of clothes. They send you shoes, they send you socks, they send you the trouser, the pullover, the shirt, a setup, a real set. And you open up the box and you find everything in it. Yeah. And this is based on the information you gave to them once. So that means they sent you a mail and said, do you need clothes for summer? Do you need clothes for this, for an event? Do you go to this and this event, etc.? And they have all your data. And yes, yeah, I have a marriage, which I think has the idea it's not the best time for this. But you go to a marriage and they send you the whole setup because they know what your favorite color is, etc. So this is a kind of subscription. They ask you once, and then they provide you with a product. That means all the components of the clothes, and the service means they try to find out your preferences in clothes. So that is something which is close to subscription. Yeah. So that is very important. And Ray, if you see thousands of different meanings of a business plan or a business model, yes, it is a huge environment. But I think these are very important pieces of it. What do you sell to whom, with what kind of instruments, and what kind of business model of your way to generate earnings? Very nice.
Thank you.
Any questions?
So far, so clear.
Yeah. Is this a valid information for you? Was this okay for you, or was it boring?
It's okay.
Okay. Good. If it's boring, tell me. Yeah. Okay. Good. So, oh no, don't get rid of this. Wait, löschen. No, what do I löschen? Okay. Good.
Got some technical problems.
Oh, how do I get rid of this?
Try ESC Excel.
Ah, I got it. Click on the right side. Okay. I think we should do a break, right? Have a short break.
Yeah, maybe.
Let's say we have now 11:15. Yeah?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
in 20 minutes, is this okay?
Okay.
Yeah?
Mm.
That sounds great.
Fine. Thank you.